The Patriots are up 10 points late in the third quarter. Brady is in shotgun. He hasn't thrown an interception in 179 attempts. He gets the snap, drops back 2 steps, lobs it to Deion Branch, and Richard Sherman comes up with it. Later in the game, Brady throws it into the end zone. Boom! Another interception. It was Brady's first regular season game with multiple picks in almost a year. And it was against Seattle, a team that was just 7-9 the year before. Who were these guys? They were the Legion of Boom, though no one really called them that yet. Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, and Brandon Browner. The Legion of Boom was not a group of prototypical NFL defensive backs. Only Earl Thomas, a safety, was drafted in the first round, but even he was told he was too short to play defense. Cam Chancellor, aka Bam Bam, was drafted in the same year, 2010, in the 5th round. He was built like a linebacker and hits opponents really hard. Richard Sherman switched from wide receiver to cornerback midway through his college career, which might explain why the guy can catch literally anything. He was drafted in 2011, and nothing pissed him off more than falling to the 5th round. The 4th member of the Legion changed a lot over the years, but originally Brandon Browner had that role. Browner is a tall, athletic corner who was playing in the CFL when the Seattle coaching staff found him.
Brandon Browner has the interception.
Jeremy Lane and Byron Maxwell have also been in the Legion of Boom, too. So how did this ragtag group of DBs turn into the NFL's most feared secondary? Chris Rashard masterminded the Legion of Boom. Rashard was just an assistant defensive backs coach in 2010 when Thomas and Chancellor were drafted. Pete Carroll brought Rashard, a former cornerback, to Seattle, where he progressed from assistant DB coach all the way to defensive coordinator. Rashard was known for his outstanding talent evaluation and quality coaching, and his players saw him as the catalyst of their group. After the hard-hitting secondary proved it was sticking around, fans decided that the group needed a name. On a radio show in 2012, Cam Chancellor inspired Seahawks fans to come up with the nickname.
We don't have a nickname yet. I think the secondary, we do have an identity. Bring that boom continuously.
The fans were just coming up with names on Twitter. We seen Legion of Boom, and it was catchy.
2013 was arguably the Legion of Boom's best season. Seattle had the NFL's top defense against the pass. They allowed an average of just 172 passing yards a game. Opposing quarterbacks compiled a passer rating of just 63.4 against them. Pitiful. And they led the NFL with 28 interceptions. In 2014, they had half as many interceptions, but it was mostly because their secondary was known as a no-fly zone. In 2014, Seattle faced the fewest pass attempts in the entire league. The Legion of Boom's style of play ranged from aggressive to borderline illegal. They tugged jerseys, grabbed wrists, and bumped into wide receivers all the way down the field, and they got away with a lot of holding by believing that the refs wouldn't throw a flag on every play. After the 2013 season, the NFL decided to make illegal contact and defensive holding a point of emphasis. Essentially, the Legion of Boom rule. After finishing 2013 with their best record in 7 years, the Seahawks finally got the chance to prove in Super Bowl 48 that defense really does win championships. Seattle picked off Peyton Manning twice and only allowed 8 points in the entire game.
Sailboat intercepted. Cam Chancellor.
Manning's final passer rating was 73.5. A year later, Seattle won the NFC Championship again and missed a second Super Bowl title by just a hair. There's more to the Legion of Boom than the players on the field. They're really about a state of mind.
We come to play, and we come to play defense first.
In 2014, Chancellor said in a speech to his team that LOB did not stand for Legion of Boom, but Love Our Brother. Don't let those warm feelings fool you, though. These guys were the kings of trash talk, on and off the field.
I thought this was a matchup.
Mismatch.
You suck. You wanted this noise.
I'm the best corner in the game. When you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get. Don't you ever talk about me.
After dominating opponents for years, Seattle's Legion of Boom fell victim to a slew of injuries, and their mastermind, Chris Rashard, was let go by Carroll in a move that puzzled fans. The NFL will always have great defensive units, but there will only ever be one Legion of Boom. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to SB Nation and tell us in the comments which group of athletes you'd like for us to talk about next.